Welcome back to another morning skate show with the hockey coach guru, Coach Fraser Cliff, on the beautiful Sunshine State in Florida. Beautiful sky blue sky. It's about 74 Fahrenheit. That's what, 23 Celsius in Florida. Yeah, coach going to be to the pool afternoon. It's the beginning of the All-Star game festivities in Vegas start today. You have no hockey game for the next couple of days. It's not going to be fun. But it is what it is. Welcome back again. Welcome to another great day. It's Thursday. Happy Thankful Day. It's February 3rd, 2022. 5 game last night. The Seattle beat the New York Islanders 3-0. The Edmonton beat the Washington 5-3. Same score, Los Angeles Kings over the Detroit. The Minnesota shut down the Chicago Blackhawks 5-0. Finally, the Calgary Flames win 4-2 over the Arizona Coyotes. They are the result of the 5 games. We're going to talk about each game a bit later. But if you pay attention about that one over there, is 4 teams in the Pacific Division play yesterday. And they all 4 win yesterday. So that'll give you an idea how this division is getting so close from the top to the almost at the bottom. So great for them. It's great race. As a fan, you want to have a lot of race inside the division. And that's what's happening in the Pacific division. If you're a fan of one of those teams, you're excited for the second half of the season. We're going to talk about everything going on around the league. The news from Anaheim Ducks have a new general manager announced a couple of minutes ago. We talked about him. I'm going to give you also who are they, the quiz, who are they at the next couple of minutes. And at the end, over the contest, that's what happening on this show today. 5 o'clock p.m., one more time with In Our Tap. We're going to talk about the MVP for each team. We're going to talk about with In Our Tap for 5. And possible, we are back at 9 o'clock p.m. It's not confirmed with the Power Play Show. A long time we did not do the Power Play Show. We know this is a show during the off season at 9 o'clock. And we talk about different things, and we have the friendship quiz at 10 o'clock p.m. usually, where the people love it a lot. So possible we go back. What are you going to do, Coach, on the All-Star game? But first, we're going to be back tomorrow night to watch the skill competition at some point, and then we're going to watch the game, All-Star game. I believe it's Saturday afternoon. So we're going to go about that one over there. So a lot of things going on in Vegas. Of course, your team's going to be back in the lineup, and next week some start Monday afternoon and Monday night, and then others start Tuesday. And of course, the Olympics. We're going to talk about the Olympics. We're going to follow the woman and the man. The team USA, Team Canada win today, and we talk about a big injury for the Team USA. We're going to talk about all those kind of information. I know right now on the feed beside me, you have a lot of people, but I did not go there yet because I did not welcome anybody yet. I'm going to get there the next right now, and I'm going to change the screen here to put the chat beside me. I love to have you guys up on the TV so you can see what's going on. Let's start in with all the way up over there. First of all, Mr. The Insider for all the sport update, Mr. RG is back with us. Calabro, the fisherman from Orleans, he's back in the house. I don't know if you have a fish or no fish, but one thing we know, Mr. Danny T back. And directly from New York, where you have a lot of bad weather from Texas all the way to the Maine. They have a kind of the front is going to go all the way over. 4,000 flight canceled in USA this morning. It's going to be one of the worst storm, at least a day for traveling. If you're flying today, stay home because you're not going nowhere. 6 to 10 inches of snow, Mr. Jose Duarte said. Welcome back, Mr. Jose. Thanks for joining us this morning. Talk about the machine, the machine. By the way, guys, I want to mention to you, first of all, it's Thursday. Yeah, but well, we have every week of a Thursday. Yeah, it's a thankful day. That's what I qualify the Thursday. So sometime it would be great if you are in the chat right now, maybe text someone to thankful that person for what he does in your life. And today, I want to thankfully Mr. RJ, our insider of all the update they bring to us every day with all different things, the news around. So we are really thankful to have RJ and the chat with us. But because Danny talked about the machine, I have an agreement with a company is coming to start next week, I believe. They're going to work on that part of there. During the live stream, I do the game. You see at the bottom, right now you see at the bottom of the screen, you can see the sticker where they put all the information, the time, the game, everything like that. I'm going to have a live NHL update about the game every 10 seconds. You're going to see a banner show up, pop up with the score and LA and Montreal and Toronto. And what's matter for you, coach? It's not a big deal. Yes, I will not have to change the score every time someone tells me the score. So that'd be great to have this automatically. So another great asset for the Hockey Nation Live show. I don't have to do that. And one day, a bit later, we're going to have all the stat information. But that's a big step for me to do that. Talking about friends, talking about thankful. Thankfully Day, why not to thankful Mr. Inartap back in the house, the insider collaborateur. Here we go. Jose just said that about RJ, so great to see that. Inartap well done. Inartap, she's back. You are awesome. Miss Kelly back in the house today. Miss Kelly, welcome back. Thanks for joining us directly from Finland. Moro, au moi, au salut. Mr. Yamor Vertanen is in the house. Oh, it's not looking good over there. Minus 19, boys. Minus 19. It's cold in Finland today. Yes, Danny said he does a great job. Yes, he does a great job for sure about that. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Jose. Hi, Jose. Jose, Kelly, Jose, Armo. I got 2 on my Tim Horton picks yesterday, Fiala and Zuccarello. Yes, they scored yesterday for the Minnesota, where they shut down and have another great game. 5-0 over the Chicago Blackhawks last night. I'm sure it was not a great night for Mr. Black Fans. 97 is a great supporter of the Hockey Nation Live show. Talking about supporter, talking about Finland, talking about Alberta, talking about West Canadian, Mr. Andy Quivula in the house. I'm sure Mr. Andy is smiling. His Edmonton Oilers win yesterday 5-3. Another great performance of RNH to go in the last 5 minutes, change the score, the outcome of that game. And the Edmonton are 5-0-1 in the last 6 games, I believe. Great performance, of course, of the Oilers. Honestly, I'll be honest with you, I didn't watch Oilers for the last couple of weeks. You know, we watched one period, we watched them because they play late, right? And oh my God, their defense is not great. It's not great. I was not impressed by Duncan Key, Cody Ceci. The urgency of Darnell Nurse is not great. I don't know. It's something missing inside that team, to be honest with you, about that one over there. NHL is back in the house. Jason Butterill, who an assistant to Francis for the Kraken and a finalist for the Ducks GM job. Maybe he goes to the Hawks. I don't know. It will happen. Of course, his name is a little bit around the league. He did not do well with the Buffalo Sabres, honestly. His sister is also play USA team, but would be one of them for sure. Be interesting. I still believe the Chicago Blackhawks, the GM over there, he is the front runner of that job. I still believe he is the guy who's going to get it, but I could be wrong about that. We love you, Stream Coach. We love you, Mr. NHL. Hopefully you're doing well. Thanks for joining us. No fans of the Olympic hockey event in men game. I think so. That is so sad. Yes, Yamo. It just, I don't know how I can follow this Olympics, honestly. It's not fun at all. It's complicated. You know, it's the morning, the evening, the afternoon. It's just too much for me right now. But it's all right. Here we go. The brother is back in the house. The one we love, the one we have so much admire is Mr. Roger L. Mr. He said hype. Why not to hype? There we go. We just had some hype. Roger, no snow. What happening? What's going on? No snow in a top hype. Thank you. Thank you for all your update. What's up, NHL report? Schedule. Weather today, Thursday, rain. Friday, freezing and rain. RJ. Guess you are fire. Just kidding. Coach, get better every day. Even that is already the best. Thank you so much, Mr. NHL. Always a pleasure to have you. And I thought I block in the room all the Leaf fans. This is a morning room for the fans. We go. We have a new weatherman. Yeah. Maybe we should get Miss Rodriguez, Miss Weather for the ABC and Miami on the TV here. I'm always watching the weather all day long, but that's another subject about that one over there. Mr. Igor Pereira is in the house. Don't forget to click on the likes. Everybody. They are missing a Muppet. I've been said that all season, coach. The Oilers defense is weak and ineffective, like my love making. It's really. I was like, wow. Well, we're complaining a lot, you know what I mean? And I was not impressed, honestly. Tyson, and I didn't mention Tyson Barrie. They have a lot of old at Edmonton. More what we think. You can blame me, the goaltender over there, right? And, you know, they always complaining, Koskinen and Skinner and Smith. But, wow. Everyone has been harping on Oilers goaltending, but defense the problem. Both goaltending result. Here we go. Yeah, Mr. Roger Chang is emoji about that one over there. That's great to hear that. So, you know, we go through everybody. I know it's Friday. I know it's Thursday, and we don't have a lot of hockey, so people will be more quiet during today's show. Tomorrow morning at 12, Friday, we have no show. We take a time. We're going to reflect. We take a day off, not a day off, a morning off, because you have no hockey. It's not necessary to have a morning skate show. So Friday, tomorrow, we are not live. I just want to mention to you. Where you going to do, coach? At the beach. I'm going to the beach tomorrow. It's time to go to the beach. Get our tent back. Right now, the tent is not looking good right now because I didn't have a lot of time to go to the beach. So I'm going to go to the beach tomorrow. I was doing on good until you start talking to me, Jose. Here we go. You can block him, Jose, if you want to. That's not about it. It's not about it. Schedule update at beach. Yes, RJ, it's the beach. Should I go to the beach ice fishing? About that one over there. Yeah, so I'm going to go that. You do that. But before we start, what we're going to do today also, if you want to talk about QA, that'd be great. If I'm back tonight, I should be back tonight. And I 99.9 I'll be back tonight. Is the Power Play show tonight. It's about the Montreal Canadiens. What is your plan for the Montreal Canadiens? Who do you keep? Who do you trade? That's the question I'm asking you tonight at 9 o'clock p.m. What do you do if you are right now Ken Hughes or Jeff Gordon? You're part of the management of Montreal Canadiens. What do you do with the team? Do you trade? Do you keep? What do you going to do? You are in charge of a Montreal Canadiens. Which kind of player do you keep inside your team? Don't tell me right now. It's tonight. Patient. Like the Montreal Canadiens. They should be patient. They should not sell anything right now. Relax and see what's happening about that. Do you believe Ben Chariot is more important in Montreal like he never been before? Do you keep Jeff Petrie or not? Do you wait for the right trade for Jeff Petrie? What do you do with Mccann? Do you think Mccann is an answer of your rebuilding or the rituals, or is it a part of your culture? Is it a kind of player do you like? What about Jonathan Drouin? What about Tyler Toffoli? What about Carey Price? What about Jake Allen? What about everybody like that? So that will be something like that. We're going to talk tonight at 9 o'clock p.m. about that one there. You know, it's, you know, you're going to hear about that. First of all, Mr. Dan Ogilvy, welcome aboard. We should do the power play from the saloon in our tap. I think all the fans, Montreal, and the players and the management need to be at the saloon about that one over there. Then talk about this Petrie for Klember. So again, another trade bait. People talk about Petrie for Klember, everything like that. Here's the point about that one over there. Petrie is 34 years old. He's signed for the next 4 years at 6.25. All right. Klember is 29 years old, turned 30 years old. He has become a UFA. Do he want to stay in Montreal? Do he want to resign in Montreal? Are you willing to give him $8 million for 7 years or 8 years? At the end of the 8 years, he's going to be 38 years old. Do you build your team around John Glenberg? Is it the best asset you can get in return from Jeff Petrie? I just ask you 4 questions. That's what the Jeff Gordon have to do every day with Ken Hughes. They have to answer those possibilities. Is it the best location? Is it the best thing we get in return? Is it valuable? Is it tangible to get Glenberg versus Petrie? Those questions you have to ask you all the time. You know what I mean? Like, everything you do, you need to figure out, is it better for our team? Is it a good asset or not? Is it make us better? Right? Because often the people want to trade everybody. Or they want to, oh, yeah, send him back. Right? How many people complaining about the salary Carey Price? $10 million. Right? Do you believe you missed Carey Price this year? The fans are really sometimes don't go deep. And that's what I'm going to talk about this tonight. You know what I mean? Like, who is the leader inside that team right now? Everybody wants to trade Gallagher. Petrie, Chariot. That's 3 right there, right? Gallagher, Petrie, Chariot. Who is your leadership inside that team? Who is going to be your leader? Give me one name. You don't have. How are you going to surround your young team, your young players? You surround them with a leader. That's why, for me, I'm not sure I will trade Ben Chariot in return. You sent Ben Chariot. All right. Who do you have? I have a left defenseman. Who do you have as a left defenseman with experience in NHL? All right, coach, you get a first-round pick at 28, at 29, at 30, 31, a 32-round pick, first round. It will maybe be in Montreal in 5 years. What do you do during those times? All right, we have Cooley. Cooley, he had no experience in NHL. Look what's going on with Romanov. That's the point. That's what you need to be careful about each one you want to send out of Montreal. You don't have leadership right now. You don't have Weber. You don't have Carey Price. You don't have Carey Perry. You don't have Philippe Danault. Right there. Those kind of people, that's the reason why Montreal does not do well. You don't have those kind of leader inside the locker room. And that shows exactly what's going on inside the problem right now over there. And that's the point you're going to get about that one over there. So, here's one. Like Renaud said, Kulak, he's a defenseman number 6 in NHL. He barely make half of the players' team over there. Do you rebuild this with Kulak? He become a UFA at the end of the season. He's not a top 4 at anywhere, any close, Brett Kulak. That's what, to be careful. Yeah, you have to go there. Would you pull the trigger on Petrie for Zadina? Yes. Yes, Renaud. This is very different right there. Because now you get a young kid, you get a 23 years old, about that one over there, right? You have a potential to be great. And that's what you do with that one over there, Renaud. You have to consider Petrie Zadina. An exception, but you get this one. And after, c'est Patrick Bergeron and or Chris Letang to teach the youngest. Do you really believe Patrice Bergeron and Chris Letang play in NHL for 15 years, play with great team, and now at 35, 36 years old, want to go with the worst team in NHL? What would be the interest, or what Chris Letang is going to be motivated, or what is going to be for Chris Letang to come in Montreal? Why he will said, I'm leaving Pittsburgh to play with the worst team and to the team to rebuild? Why Patrice Bergeron, he said, I'm going to go to Montreal because I want to rebuild a team? If you have that answer, I will be great. But I don't think so. It will. Renaud, Daniel to go last night. His offense is on target. Yes, he scored his 12th goal of the year. Trade Petrie for Duncan Keith. I would not like it allowed. Montreal, Monday the 21st. Leave it. We need a leadership on the bench and on the suit, but the player can be a rookie like Detroit. 40 save last night versus a stack of Kings. But again, it's like that's what they are right now. The Montreal Canadiens are at the moment right now here. Plus Kelly, excited for the game at Kelly. Alan Barnes, welcome aboard. Wait to the off-season, coach, et they look the Montreal Canadiens. I will follow the Senators and the Detroit chemin de rebuild the CH. But at some point, you have to go some direction. I would take how long it would take, I'm not sure. Future administrative position is a new challenge for them. Coach, be nice. Good day, everybody. Ron, thank you so much to be a part of this show this morning. Ron with Kings. The Kings are doing well. The Kings are 6 games on the road. They complete yesterday with a record of 4-0-2. Robin Herman, who played open door in the NHL, died at 70 years old. Thank you so much. And I think you hold on the Chariot and Petrie replace Duchamp after the season. Price would be back. See how this thing go on. It would take a minimum 5 years to farm today. Yes, Renault, the absolute right. About that one over there, indeed, I would say is a great plan. To be sure about Ben Chariot, if you keep him, you have to sign him right now. For the next couple of weeks, if you keep Ben Chariot in your team, sign him right now. Because you cannot go after the trade deadline. You have to make sure you have a plan for him, and because you're not going to lose him. You have a possibility to get a trade for him at that moment. So if you don't trade him, if you keep him, you have to sign him right now the next couple of weeks, get him a contract 4 years, 5 years, whatever you want to give to him. But you have to move that direction over there. If not, it's not going to work about that one over there for sure. Let's move on here. What we do here, guys, we talk about who are they, honestly. And let me check where are they. First of all, let's start it with this one over there. Easy one. Easy one. Here we go. Mario Lemieux and direction of his first training camp in Pittsburgh at 18 years old. Mario Lemieux at 18 years old. That's what he got about that one there. The next one. The kid from Ville-Aimard, François Pitt, welcome aboard. We have a couple of people got him. Mccann then said. Brisebois, Renaud said. Amazing player, I agree with you. Andy got it. Nortab got it also. And François Pitt. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. That'd be great. And Nortab said Danny T. Maybe Roger. What stick is that? Heidel Norkland. I think it's a Norkland. Here we go. Norkland. Armstrong, Ori Morens, Robert De Niro, Marcel Pronovo, and the last one of the day. You have two. I'm sure many of you are going to recognize the Boston Bruins, but I want to know that number 16 for the Washington Capitals. Tim Horton, Danny said. Yamo, yes. And Norkland stick, Andy. Yes, sir. You got it. The first one is Park. Andy, you got it? Who is the number 16? Tiger William, not me, Danny said. Greer, François said. Donald Brashear. Mike Marson. And out that, got it. Mike Marson, he was the first black play regularly in the NHL since Willie O'Reilly. This is the month of the history of the black people in the NHL. So I want to share with you. So Marson played 5 years in NHL, most with the Washington Capitals, and he was really the first black man about that. I like the fact someone said Mike Greer about that one also. So Mike Marson is the winner of that one there. Congratulations, Mr. Inotap. Again, save the people inside the chat. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. Yes, he did it. Yes, he is become the new director, general manager of the Anaheim Ducks. The news was get out a couple of minutes ago, maybe 30 minutes ago. Pat Verbeek, he was the assistant general manager of who? Steve Eiserman with the Detroit Red Wings. Pat Verbeek have an amazing, great career in NHL as a sniper for the Hartford Whalers. Pretty amazing, guys. You have a time, go get the lineup of the Whalers in 1985, 88, or something like that. And check those players they have inside that team. And look who they are. And after that, check where are they. Mike Lute, sport agent, right? You have the Sweden defenseman Samuelsson, assistant coach with Florida Panthers at that moment. Then you can see Verbeek now. Ferraro, been in hockey with TSN now. You can go with Dean Avison, coach with the Minnesota Wild. Ron Francis. Those, I'm telling you now, if you look at the lineup, they've been in the hockey after the career. It's amazing to see that. Pat Verbeek, an amazing, great. It's going to be a great asset for Anaheim Ducks, so they glad to have him aboard for that one over there. That was a goalie. No, it was Pat Verbeek. It was a number 16 right wing for the Whalers, and it was pissed me off a lot with the big goal, carried a 50 goal in NHL. Another good old boy is a Bergie friend. I don't know. He never worked with Bergevin, Renault, Pat Verbeek, honestly. After this career about that one over there, a forward in our top set. They are all in the same club. Bergie was a Whalers, yes, but they never worked after that in NHL. That's my point with Bergevin. Bergevin went to Chicago, and Verbeek grow an organization with Detroit. Before that, with Tampa Bay also. Verbeek was assistant over there before he became scout, and you can follow about that one there. There was a goalie name, almost the same last name like Verbeek. I cannot recall. Yeah, Verbeek and the Bronze Bonanza song. Absolutely right about this, Francois. Great hockey player for my book. It was great to see that. Let's go diving for other news. First of all, Team Canada women win this morning 12-1 against the Swiss, I believe. Great performance overall. The Team Canada, funny to see them in the black jersey. Look like that's a new generation. And they won yesterday. Of course, they are in the Group A. And it's going to be harder and harder with time. But look, we know that for the gold medal should be USA versus Team Canada at the end of the day, but it would be interesting to follow with them what's going on over there. They were co-colleagues and they made and they worked together. Where they work together, Renaud? Which team they work together? That would be my question to you. Where go Canada, go. Then about that, Vernon, Danny, ugly uniform. Yeah, I'm surprised to see that way. I cannot get it in our top. How many Québécois on the women team? what, 3 maybe? I would say 3. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I'll just give you a number right now. Bad news for the Team Canada, the Team USA. Drecker Brianna Decker got hurt, and she's out already for the Olympics. You don't want to see any athletes participate to Olympics and get hurt, and they cannot finishing. Is a big loss for the Team USA also. She's a really great hockey player for the team, so would be interesting. But Team USA won today, 5-2 final score. I believe it was against Finland, and maybe Yamo can tell me about that or to complain about this. So gambling is open for Olympics hockey. That's awesome. Red to black is better. Agree with you. Not enough. Should be 40% Québécois. It's not a go that way, Renault. You go with the best of the best. It's not about, it's not about Québécois, English. It's like, who are the best player? No Québécois, that's okay. No from British Columbia, that's okay. You put the best of the best. It's not about, it's like, me, I would love to have a Chinese coach behind the Montreal Canadiens. If they're the best person, don't speak English, French, it's okay. It's not about the language. It's about the best of the best. That's what we are, the best of the best. You want to have a great team, you need to have a great coach behind the bench. You have to have a great GM behind. You go for the best of the best. You need 25% there, 40%. No, it's not exist anymore. You can follow NFL right now. The situation with the coach from Miami Dolphins, he got fired. He talk about the racism, everything like that. I don't want to talk about this. My point to you is, it's don't exist anymore. This we are in 2022. Go get the best player. Oh, he's not born in Sorel. Oh, we cannot get a Russian players. We get that way. It's not this anymore. We're not in 1960s, 70s. We are in 2022. We get the best of the best. If not, it's not fair. You choose the language versus the best of the best. It's Team Canada. It's from the east, from the west. It's not Quebec. Team Canada. That's it. No coach, English, French. Is it the best girl can coach? Let's go with her. That's how it works. Yamos, 5-2 AC deserve win. The injury almost looked like a slow foot by the Finland players. I did not see the injury. There was a French fries woman on the roster. This not should matter. 52 shot USA, only 12 for this. A great coach. I take politics out of the CH maybe one day. Hopefully, we know that would be never happen. Maybe Danny absolutely right about that, unfortunately. But I agree with you. That's the right coach. Just like Montreal's Quebec, they are last place. About that one over there. Let's move on. This is happening last night. Philip Gruber. The Seattle Kraken, guys, they are not a Seattle Kraken at the beginning of the year. They look better. If you watch them, they look better. Yesterday they got the first shutout of the NHL history, 3-0 against the Islanders. OMG, I don't know what's going on over there. 5 shot first period, 6 shot second period, and 13 shot 11, 8 shot. I think they have 19 shots on the game. That's not good over there also. And it's funny, guys, they start the season with 13 game on the road. 13 game on the road. Right now, they have 22 at home and 19 on the road, I believe. So it's not going to be easier for them. That team struggle like the Flyers, like Montreal. They I don't know. You talk about change. It's something I can look about this, how we can maybe trade for Anthony Beauvillier over there. I don't know how. But I think some something happening to the Islanders right now, and would be interesting what will be the next over there. Now it's all over by New York Islanders. Islanders just kicked the bucket last night. Gruber have a good game last night. I agree with you. I think Gruber is a little bit better. And you see that team, look the game log for the Seattle Kraken, the beginning of January and 2022. Look the game. They are in all the time. And they perform better. They lose sometimes by 4-2, something like that. But they have a better defense. At the beginning, they gave a lot of goals. You don't see that anymore. I think they make their system better, and some players step up. And what a goal from Vince Dunn yesterday oh my God, if you have a chance, watch the goal of Vince Dunn against Varlamov. Varlamov struggled between the pipe for the Islanders. Team are overlooking Kraken. They estimate them. Of course, they're missing some. What about Jared Mccann, by the way? You know what I mean? Like Mccann, they have a great year. Came for the Florida Panthers, got traded to the Pittsburgh Penguins with Mike Madison. He got traded to the Toronto Maple Leafs last season, and the Toronto Maple Leafs let him go and they keep Alex Garfoot. Mccann will be a one to look about this over there. Kraken win an OT and a goals claim against Boston, and they win last month the first OT, by the way. So that's another good way over there. You hear more about that. This was happened when you have a player with low effort. Constantly tell for the Abs having player like Toffoli. Kraken make me jealous how bad the Saints became. It's sad to see the Montreal Canadiens that way. You know what I mean? Like, I did a lot of deep, I have a time this morning. It's rare morning. I have time like today because I know I don't have a lot of video to do today. And I took time this morning. I don't know my body need this. I went to the gym early. I was on fire this morning. A big 90 minutes at the gym. And it was great. And you always motivate when you have some Latino woman beside you. But that's another story. I can talk to you a little bit later about that. But anyhow, I stay 90 minutes. And then after that, I come back home. I take my protein shake, blah, blah. I have my routine. And then I jumping. And this morning I say, you know what? I'm going to rest. And I just listening Elliot Friedman. And I catch up with a couple of things. And I was reflect on the Montreal Canadiens to talk about how I can make the team better and everything like that. And it's sad. As a fans, I believe this is my first, over 50 years, I follow Montreal Canadiens. This is the most disappointment season we never see. It's sad. And I respect the Toronto Maple Leaf fans or the Kings fans. You know who you are. But at the end of the day, as a Montreal Canadien, you have to be disappointed and frustrated. How many people is going to watch Montreal for the rest of the season? A lot of people never going to do that anymore. They're going to do something else. But that's the reality of what's going on over there. Every time I talk about the Let's Know woman, Joseph Laham show up. Welcome aboard, Mr. Joseph. Coach, what's the difference between the app and Canada? They are easy. That's another top joke, Mr. Danny, about Toronto. Sometimes like Peugeot, it's like sometimes it's everybody at the same time. Like Peugeot have a very bad year. Palmieri was another bad years. And, that's what happened. Coach is a gym stalker, I don't know, but I'm a coach is a gym viewers. I don't talk. I'm just watching, looking. But I don't know why me and me they all look like that. But that's another story. Renault Ottawa did a mistake to trade Peugeot. Then he said, Toffoli can has a switch to the Cam Flip and they will become a star. Okay, blah. Team like Flame and Canucks are perfect example of coach. He expect hard work. A result got better with Sutter and Boudreau. The point behind this, Andy, is like they have that kind of players, at least for me, for the Flame, are really like, it's all about this guy. It's like, how do you sell it to the players? How they can buy in, how they can all in to follow your plan, the structure, the system. And when they are not all in, you have to make something for them. How we can develop this kid to buy in and all in. I always build my team that way with it. I would sit with them. I would never give up. I would say, look, this is what you have to do. This is what we do. That's how we build the team. That's how the way to win together. You have to be in. You have to give everything. Are you willing to do that? Oh, yeah, coach. Oh, great. I'm going to give you some responsibilities. This is your job. That's what I need from you. I don't want you to score, but I want you to have a great back checker. You have to have a great force checker. You have to be sure you cover this guy over there. This is your job. Can you do this for the team? Not for me, for the team, for your teammate, for your brother, for the family. Can you do that? And that's how you motivate them, and that's how you build them. And then sometimes they don't buy in. But you have to remove them. You have to put them out of the bus. I have a special bus every year when I build a team. And they have to go inside the bus. And that bus go all the way to the final. Whatsoever happening, I'll go all the way to the final. But it's all about here. It's about your 6 inches. And when they are all in, that's whatever you are. Mike Babcock, Scotty Bowman, whatever. When you don't want to do it, it's no work. And that's what the success of Gerard Gallant. That's what the success of Barry Trotz. That's what the success of the great, of the best of the best. It's all about the mindset. And then you have to look for the players you want to be sure they go inside the box and they stay inside the box. You don't need all McDavid. You don't need all Tresalo. You don't need, you need balance. You need to be sure the 20 players. That's the reason Montreal go all in last year. They buy because some people have different roles inside the team. The Perry leadership, the Perry on the ice, the Price in between the pipe, the Price in locker room, the Weber here, the Weber there, and all weeks. And then you put the puzzle together. Each piece of the puzzle each number have to fit together. That's how you build a team, how you build a culture, and that's the way it works. If you follow right now the coach from the Charger, I think it's McVie, right? But McVie, I follow him for 5 years when he started. But he started with what he did. He learned for the same mentors I was at the conference for 3 days. He was right there. Shelton Keefe, he was with me in Orlando 6 years ago when he was coaching an organization with the Toronto. He went to see John Gordon, not Jeff Gordon, John Gordon, and not the driver NASCAR. He is a mentor about mindset, how you build team. And Shelton Keefe, he was 6 rows in front of me. Those guys make the next level. They have to go from the bottom. They have to learn. They have to go how we can build that team. Dallas Egan is another one right now for Anaheim Ducks. And that's why you see those kind of coach and players. All that's all about here. When you sell it to the players to buy all together and make it friends at the end of the day. Minus 28 goals friendship is by the worst at Hank Derdum. He said low system, but he doesn't help this game scoring. Then women, my bro family goes for the Abs. Renaud Dam should have switched to the tight wrap system for the first 10 game or so keep morale high among the troop. Exactly, coach. That's why you put Toffoli in the bus. Perry Price Weber career earning from initial quarter amounts. Montreal just need to be shacking up basket or bad. Then he said last year was all the money team. Right, coach. Nashville is not full of superstars. They're all well coached. The players are bought in. They all work hard. That's the success of those teams because they buy in and they go all together. invest million back into his body and lifestyle. Put me in. GB is in the house. The truth is, it's hard to win a cup because it's more than just a talent. Mindset, a common goal, or imperative. All it takes 1 or 2 bad apples to win a year. I always said the same thing: 1 or 2 bad apple. And again, you don't have enough tap. I always said to me, you don't need a team win a Stanley Cup, right? You need a team have success during the year, and they try to go all the way. The only one can go there. But if you're the one to make the playoff, everything could happen after that. That's the year number 2. You have 3 seasons in the NHL. You have the regular season, 82 game. Then you have the playoff start and until to the final cup, Stanley Cup. And then you have the last season. Season number 3 is the final Stanley Cup. That's how you define the 3 season and 1 season in NHL. And for me, like you said in our tap, like it's not the only one win. You have a lot of teams built together. But the key behind this is you want you to study them. Why do you do that? How do you do a quick ops? Look the transition. You go to study the game. You develop those kind of the orientation. How do you do with the players? How do you make the system over there? And the player have to go all in. And unfortunately, right now Montreal are not there. Hi guys, including Super Coach. I'm working, but I got a few minutes. Welcome, Michael Robinstein in the house. Florida Panthers forward Noel Archie back. Wow, another great winger for the Panthers. Great to have Noel Archie back in the lineup for the GB. Unfortunately, I just want to correct you. He's a center, but he's a great asset at the bottom 6. You talk about someone buy-in. You talk about guys want to work hard. That's the one there. That's the Noel Achera. That's where he is exactly about that. You need to the whole team to win. I strongly agree, which is why I'm very cautious about Kane. About that. Yeah. Eddie Islanders, Daniel says the mother for all the GM. Toronto should get the funnel. They have everything until they get the playoff. Then they screw up. Why, coach? Toronto should get the funnel. They have everything until they get the playoff. Why describe the round number 1, guys? It's like you need to learn to finish it, right? And to do that, you go to see Toronto is going to have another hard time this season. They have to be sure they go through the mindset, the way where they have to build together. You can see a Mitch Marner right now better right now. Why? He have a confidence. He is not easy to shoot the puck. You see right now his mindset changing. He start to believe in himself. The team believe all together. But again, this force comes from the bench, behind the bench, and bring them, retire them for 3 days, put them somewhere, and let's talking about the game and everything like that. And don't listen the noise behind outside the room here. Don't talk about, because what's happening right now, and this year, they're going to be number 2, 3, 1 and Atlantic. The first thing they're going to do is the fans at the Toronto Maple Leaf, the reporter, the media, we're going to bring this. They never go through their first round. They would bring the negativity before the positivity. They would make 113 points at the end of the year. They would talk about they never go through the first round. That's the mentality of people. We live in the past. We stuck in the past. It's over. It's today. What we can do today. If everybody in Ontario talking about the league, we have the team to go through this. We have the team to make this a really long time in the playoff. And we're all positive all together. And you support your team. And after one loss, you don't shoot them out right away. But that's make the player believe more. And that's make those kind of players would tell them with Shelton Key behind the bench, say, look, guys, this is over. Don't forget what happened last year. That's what a team, when they win the Stanley Cup, need to learn how to lose during the playoff. Every team does this. It's rare a team win at the end have to go learning to lose a year prior 2 years and 3 years. It's been there. It statistically is there. That's how it works. And all the team did that. You can see with Montreal in the past. The Islanders been there. The Oilers did that. And you can go like this every time. The Tampa Bay went the last 2 years. How many times they got sweep again? One time by the Columbus. That's the way to learn to get better. And to do that, you have to go be sure they understand about that. Yeah, Sonny team in the chat right now had to catch up with everything. Renault direction, all. You look at the like the Islanders where they think so for not sure the talent. Others, it have more talent, but I said I take Montreal 7 game. Jose, that's not how it works. For sure, Renault, great chemistry. Respect each other. Bassi Badvin, Trotsy Prima. Jose have the first one. They will join us. I still want a good, great leader and always on the point with work ethic and one of the toughest player in the league. I would give you 3 plus whatever would please them. Yes, that kind of player you have, unique. We have a similar guard. It's called Jake Evans. We have a similar guard. It's called Likonen. We have a similar guard like Gallagher. And see what kind of the Montreal organization they're going to take a direction. Or they need those kind of players or not, I don't know. Batman can rules make a team chemistry hard to get and does not last long. But that's the beauty about that one over there. I wish every team change every year, Renault. The Tampa Bay Lightning winning 5 years would be boring for me. That's every year I want a new team winning. That's the beauty of the salary cap. If not, it's going to be a league. Again, I mentioned, like I said to you yesterday, you're going to have 3 teams in NHL dominate all the time. It's not the right things to do. It's not good for the hockey. It's not good for the young kids try to learn about hockey in Arizona, in Seattle, and Alberta, and around Nashville, everything like that. To promote hockey, to have a better health about hockey around. They have a great business and people make money, the player make money. If you know that, you have to be sure it's diversified everywhere in NHL. Marner must have been working on his shot, eating the washer and dry all day. GB, I think so too. Honest, I thought Abs were a team first kind of the team was proving wrong this year. Very disappointed for me. I mean, I could get they're losing, but one is don't see the team spirit. Wow. I agree with you about this, Michael. You shot a little bit earlier. Earlier, I talked that direction about as the fans is really frustrated. More like the people like me, you, and maybe Renault in our top older people, where we saw the dynasty, the historic of the Montreal Canadiens, the way they play, what it was, the culture, what the logo represent, everything like that. You don't have to be a French Canadian. Like many people think about Montreal Canadiens. The really fans, the one grow with those kind of players and you know, watching them play, and now you see those kind of players you see right now this year. It's really disappointed about that. Coach, I almost lost power in my house. Be careful, buddy. Jose, 50 years. What coach is said? I think Boudreau does it in Vancouver. I did not learn from somebody else. That's another story. Serge's first game in Toronto was the best effort, showing emphasis all sense, Renault. Michael Robinson losing, Corey Perry, Star Weber, Price really decimated the team. The prestige is going to be great. Dave Brown restaurant would be a nightmare. If they finish first, GB, and Star to be the money treat. Those are what the team first gets sorry for in the top. Them as well don't believe. Roger, you said dream in 1993. Charge your phone, your tablet, and think you will lose power to your house. And I tap Renee, RJ. That's why I'm saying that they couldn't score. I think go get see you guys later. And I tap Coach Michael. Have a good one. Like a Bill tried to get past the case you leave, cannot get the past the Bruins living room front free. I believe. GB. Something have a difficult time. Bruins live rent free, and a lot of team had. Did Batman steal the cup from Calgary to give Carolina a boost? Jose don't believe Danny, and he cannot blame the app this year completely. Weber Price a shot used lot for any team. On the flip side, like I like Andy comments right now here. I know guys 101. Andy said that cannot blame the app this year completely. Weber, Price are useless for any team, and that's what you have to say also about Dominic Charm. You know what I mean? I'm really not always agree with Dominic Charm, the way he take decision, everything like that. But I think for me, he never have a healthy team. He never have the Price and everybody around. And I don't said, you know, he is responsible what's going on. I understand that, right? But he never had that kind of the chance to have a full healthy team, like Andy said about that one over there. Fans never embrace Weber because we view him as a damaged good for the star. Never embrace Weber because we view him as been damaged good from the start. I really love Shea Weber, one of the best professional hockey player you can ask in any level in any sport and NHL, at least for the NHL. Shea Weber, the man, the behavior, the composure of the way he controlled his emotion inside the locker room. You don't have a lot of Shea Weber. You need a lot of Shea Weber on the way he played off ice and on ice. Unbelievable for me, Shea Weber. That's the reason why. That's the reason why the Montreal Canadiens win the trade against P.K. Subban on my book. Weber will wear a Predator jersey when he get introduced to Hall of Fame coach. But usually, if I was players, I was drafted by the Nashville and I have a great career over there and accomplished, and then I finished with Montreal Canadiens. I was still wearing who draft me, who believe on me, who develop me, who teach me, who I become better. That would be the way to do that. Because without the team draft you, you maybe never play in NHL. The one believe on you, they give all the everything to make you a chance to make NHL. That's the team should deserve that jersey, the caps, whatever they wear. On my book, that's what it is. Now, if you get draft and you got like Sergachev, he got draft, Montreal Canadiens got traded, and now he play with Tampa. He got the Hall of Fame one day, whatever it is. Of course, he's going to be with Tampa Bay. But if you took Weber right now, he deserved to wearing the Nashville Predator. And what is going happening on his speech, I'm telling you right now, he will talk about how grateful it is for the Montreal Canadiens. Because he's a professional. That's what is Shea Weber on my book. G-Bay, Las Vegas All-Star Game right in the Bellagio Hotel in Fondant. I can't wait to see that one over there for sure. Roger, remember what he said, and they wanted to trade Subban for Weber. It was one of the best trades ever made by the Abs. If you are one of them, Andy, you are only the 10% fans of Montreal Canadiens thinking that way. At least for 3 years. And it was worse at the beginning, Andy. Subban won at the final conference with the Nashville Predator. And everybody was said because of Subban. But that's another story. But sometime you only, Andy, right now, you qualified exactly what is the word patient to evaluate a draft pick, to evaluate a trade, and to rebuild a retools, whatever you call it. The word patient is the first word and the key of everything. And that's when you make a trade. You never know who is going to win until years after. That's how it works for me. There was a duck living there. Weber was a horse play injury most of the time, never complaining. I was very jealous of the Abs when they got him. Tell you what he said. He loved the Abs, but he does not know who is Fred Pilar. He does not have one. He told me just like he said a little ago. Danny said, Andy, it was a stealth to get Weber straight up for PK. They got a true later. Yep, I agree with you about that one over there. And it's time to go there because it's 106. I would talk Montreal all day long. You need to stop me. If not, it's not going to work. So here we go. Under, over, guys. I know we have not many people, but let's do it this very quickly. Get there. Today, it's all about the All-Star game. So every question is about the All-Star game. So don't try to qualify differential with the season. The most of point in one game, All-Star game, we know in the NHL regular season, it's 10. But in the one game in All-Star, 7 point. Is it under or over? I would love to be there, GB, right now. GB under, Francois over. Roger, welcome aboard, Mr. Roger. He said under, Renault over, GB under. And I'll tap over. I never clicked. We're going to give about 10 more seconds, 15 more seconds. I used to like the abs a long time ago, but they keep getting right of the good player. Of the Montreal Canadiens, also was the best. Danny said over. Anybody else? Roger? All right. The answer of that one, guys, is under. 6 point is the answer. We have GB and Roger Delaney score only. The rest of you said over. You did not get it. Number 2. Talking about Tom Wilson at the game. Most minutes of penalties during an All-Star game. Not the infraction, but the minutes altogether. Is it 22 over or under? Cosby got 8. And Otap said... He should put all this over B, he said, for 22. And after that, I will be back with you about this. Under, we have under. Francois Pitt under. Roger Delaney over. It's funny, the two only one answer the same answer, and you have other people answer under. And on top, or anybody else for the mulligan? Renault said under. Francois Pitt said under. And on top said over. The answer, Roger Delaney said over, is over 25 minutes. It's not Tom Wilson. So we have GB and Roger Delaney take the lead at 2. Another one have a good answer is Mr. Enotap have over. And also AK have over. Awesome. Last question. If GB and Roger hit the nails, going to get it. How many fastest goal from the start of the period? Less of 21 seconds. So how many goal the fastest we got? Less of 20 seconds at the beginning of the period or the game. During the All-Star game. Is 6 under or over? Renault Jones Scott. So the one have two good answer. At that moment, they said over both of them. The 2-1 have only one good answer. Both of them said under. So if the answer is over, it's a perfect game for GB and Renault and Roger Delaney. If the answer is under, Enoch Tap and Andy Kuvula win also with Roger and Mr. AK, Mr. GB. The answer guy is... Usually on the TV, they would say, let's go to the commercial. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Just kidding. Under. Here we go. Enough time. Come back. The anti-Koiwula come back. And they tie the game at 2 with GB and Roger Delaney. Wow, what a game. 4 people win at 2 answers today. They're welcome back at the game tonight. Enoch Tap and AK, GB and Roger Delaney with 2. That's funny. A good one over there. Roger RG said be over. Congratulations for all the 4 of you guys. You nailed it. You did it. And that's be awesome. That's conclude another show. We did a little bit longer. It's Thursday. Why not? But we'll be back, guys, at 5 o'clock. Mr. Enoch Tap. Prepare your list, guys. Tonight we talk about the MVP for the 32 team. We're going to do live at 5 o'clock tonight. And honestly, we never talked about the game last night, the 5 game. I would love to talk more, but maybe another time. Until then, we wish you an amazing, great afternoon. But you are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you. Inside of you. He said that inside of you. You are amazing because you are the one support the Hockey Nation Live show. And honestly, you are the one make my day better. Sometimes we never know what someone can make as friends to someone. Every time we thinking other people are great, but some of them are not great. Some of them need to hear your voice. You have the right to talk to someone. You have the right to chance to make an impact to someone by your voice. If you believe nobody trusts you, they don't believe you, they don't love you, you are wrong. Somewhere, somehow, inside right now, at that moment, they need to hear from you. Don't be shy to become the maker of its friends in this life. Until then, my friend, I wish you an amazing, blessing afternoon. I look forward to see you at 5 o'clock p.m. with our friend Enoch Tap. And of course, be well, be healthy, and find a way not only dominate your day, find a way to dominate your year 2022. Have an amazing, great day, everybody.